All right, let's get back into it. Dick, you didn't go hard enough. You didn't go far enough. That may sound weird to say, but it's true, Mr. Harpootlian. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. If Alec did it, he's faster than an NFL wide receiver. Yep, we'll make this make perfect sense here for you in just 1 second. And the thing that pisses me off is the prosecution knows this, and the defense should have known it. But I do, and I'm telling you now. So here we go. Paul Murdaugh, his phone locks at 8:49:01. Okay? Got that? 8:49:01. Let's go to Maggie's phone. At 8:49:20, it's unlocked. At 8:49:26, she has a text, and that unlocks, and she goes from landscape. So probably it was either in her pocket, maybe it was on the table, and she picked it up from landscape, or excuse me, portrait, and went to landscape. Either way, at 8:49:26, it unlocks. At 8:49:28, she has an app that opens up, and again, she's in landscape, probably already in landscape. Okay, so at 8:49:28, got that? Okay, Maggie Murdaugh's phone locks at 8:49:31. So I'm going to say that at 8:49:31, because she has a 30-second lock, like that's what iPhones do, is that she heard the gunshots, and whatever she was in, she hit lock, took her phone, had it in her hand, whatever she did, probably in her hand. So Paul was shot somewhere around 8:49:30, 8:49:31, and she comes out right then. Now, here's what I'm going to say about this. So now you have shooter number one at the feed rim shooting Paul. Boom, boom. You have shooter number two who is 20 to 30 yards, as the sled agent said, sworn testimony on the stand. You saw all the people from the Attorney General's office, everybody standing up, they're all talking, they're all putting their knees, guys' head down. They're all worried about this. Why? Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is it. NFL wide receiver. He's 20 to 30 yards away, and he's got his left elbow on his left knee facing the house where Alec just went, because they just came out of the woods when they were hot, they were sweaty, they've been waiting, and he just ran out there, and that's where he's going to go. That's where he knows Alec went. That's where he's his guard. They were there to shoot Paul. So now Maggie comes running up, freaks him out. Now he's got to go from this to go shoot her. It was a sloppy. This was not any military guy, hunter, Navy, and shot her 3 times all over the place. And then last 2 in the head, and that was it. But that was it. So they died somewhere around 8:49:31. So here's the thing. If you're telling me that Alex Murdaugh committed these murders, okay? You ready for this? He is a 53-year-old man. He's 6'4". At that time, probably he said he weighed almost 300 pounds, 280, something like that. Big dude, overweight, on opioids, right? I don't think he was on as much as opiates as he says, but on opiates. So you're going to tell me that guy, 53, would knee problems nonetheless, because that's why I started taking opiates in the first place. He played football at USC, knee got all knocked up, with knee problems. This is where Dick fucked up. He's going to take the second gun at 8:49, somewhere around 30. Let's call it 8:49:30. He's going to pick up a second gun, an AR-15 300 blackout, and run 20 to 30 yards, drop to a knee, because the shot angle not only was 41 degrees, it was at almost 5 foot, 5'2", which means you drop into a knee, because he's 6'4". He's not doing this. He's not doing this. Someone's dropping to a knee. So if Alec did it, then he's running 20 to 30 feet, yards, and dropping to a knee and shooting Maggie 3 times. Okay. I'm going to go along with that for just 1 second, except the fact that NFL wide receivers who are 20 to 21 years old in the prime of their life can run a 40-yard dash in about 4.39 seconds. 4.4. That's world class. Maybe a little bit less, but that's world class. You tell me Alex Murdaugh did that half the time, which would have been 2.2 seconds? Ain't no way. You ever see that guy on TikTok? Ain't no way. There is no way Alex Murdaugh can make that. He can't pick up the gun and run that fast, drop to a knee, and shoot 3 times to kill Maggie at that angle, which Sled says it was, at that height, which Sled says it was, from that distance from the feed room, what Sled says it was. It can't be done. Not even by an NFL football player who's 21 years old, because he didn't know how to shoot. Guys, if you don't believe me, then you don't believe the prosecution, because I'm using the prosecution's evidence. I'm using their timeline. I'm using their evidence. I'm using their sworn testimony. It is what it is. Don't believe me. I don't care. Alex Murdaugh can't run that fast. His knees are shot. He's a 50-year-old fat guy. And I don't care if he's guilty or not guilty. I'm following the evidence, and you should too. So there you go. Crop a cash cow, because I got to go do some put-ups. See ya. Bye.